Some more TMC news. A major stage musical revival of The Wizard of Oz is slated to hit the road in March. A search is on for the right person to play Dorothy. This event will mark the film's 50th anniversary.
40 years ago, or even 20 years ago, if a woman in an American movie was falsely accused of something, she would be innocent in every way. Not just innocent of the crime or bad behavior she was accused of, but pure as the driven snow and sweet as an angel. In the past few years, we've found it easier to admit that even innocent people have faults and weaknesses, that they really are human. Two of our best actresses, Meryl Streep and Jodie Foster, appear in new movies in which a woman's reputation is destroyed by rumor and prejudice. Each heroine sets out to prove herself. And what makes the movies fascinating is that these women are tough customers, not always likable, not always nice. In the new melodrama, The Accused, Jodie Foster plays a foul-mouthed working-class girl named Sarah, a real spitfire. Sarah is attacked, gang-raped in the back room of a bar. There's no doubt about the rape. The medical evidence is overwhelming. But the three rapists insist that Sarah wanted the sex, that she provoked the attack, that she had it coming to her. Kelly McGillis's prosecuting attorney seems to agree with them. At first, she even refuses to put Sarah on the stand as a witness in her own behalf. It's only when a second case gets underway, this time directed at the men who stood and watched and cheered the attack on, that Sarah gets to tell her story. The filmmakers finally show us just what happened that night. Sarah comes in, busting out of her clothes, a little drunk, flirts with a couple of men, even lets one kiss her. And that's when things slip out of control. She fights and fights, but she can't get the men to accept that she doesn't want sex. The violence that follows turns into a nightmare.
While you were on the pinball machine, did you at any time cry help or rape?
No, I tried, but they were covering my mouth. They were either kissing me or they had their hands all over my mouth. I kept saying no.
No?
Right, no. No, I said no.
Not rape or help or police, but no.
Right, no.
The accused says that a woman should have the right to drink and even to flirt a little without getting raped for it. And that message wouldn't be nearly as strong if Jodie Foster were just a nice girl looking for company. A Cry in the Dark, Meryl Streep's new movie, is based on a famous incident that occurred in Australia 8 years ago. Streep plays Lindy Chamberlain, a religious woman married to a parson of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Camping with her husband and children in the outback, Lindy puts her 9-week-old baby, Azaria, in a tent. A few minutes later, she hears a cry and the baby is gone, carried off by dingoes, Australia's wild dogs. In the weeks after her disappearance, Lindy and her husband take the death of their daughter as a judgment of God. They speak of being reunited with her at the second coming of Christ. But their religious calm is misinterpreted by the press and the public. Why don't they grieve more, people want to know. Soon rumors spring up that they murdered Azaria in some sort of ritual sacrifice. Lindy is put on trial and on the basis of questionable evidence, convicted of murdering her own daughter.
You saw blood on the parka.
Yes?
Would you like a spell, Mr. Chamberlain?
No, I'd prefer to go on with it, Your Honor.
Well, I don't want to have you answer questions when you're feeling distressed. Would you like me to give you a 10-minute break?
No, I'd prefer to go on. This has been going on for 2 years, and I'd like to get it over with.
Lindy's a strange woman. She's a little cold, stubborn, too proud to show her feelings and conform to what people want of her. She's not demure, not what most people think of as motherly. People don't like her. Often we don't like her. Like Jodie Foster's Sarah, she's a human being with quirks and flaws. The movies have changed, grown up a little, and we seem to have changed with them. It's the stubbornness and the faults of these women that make them modern movie heroines. By accepting heroines who are less than perfect, we come closer to true tolerance. We may miss a good cry over innocence betrayed, but it's better this way. Much better. I'm David Denby.
Fresh from directing the 1987 top-grossing comedy 3 Men and a Baby, noted actor-director Leonard Nimoy has assembled a remarkable cast to bring Sue Miller's controversial bestseller, The Good Mother, to the screen. A story that addresses the difficult issues surrounding one woman's battle to keep her child, The Good Mother stars Academy Award-winning actress Diane Keaton. Liam Neeson as the artist she falls in love with, and James Naughton as the ex-husband who disapproves of Anna's lifestyle and sues her for custody of their child.
They get caught up in the spirit of this relationship, in the spirit of this love, and find themselves suddenly confronted with another kind of mentality that says, that may be okay for you to do, but it's not okay from my point of view. And I want to take you to court, and let's find out what a court says about it. I wouldn't want to be in that position.
I think what attracted me was the complexity of the part, that it was so, well, sensitive and very complicated. I thought that it was a very complicated character, and it was very sad, and it touched me. So I was very moved by it.
So I made a different kind of life for myself, Leo, with Molly. And I'll tell you something. She is my commitment.
The Good Mother also raises sensitive questions about the often complex problems that accompany divorce and the rights of parents to build new lives.
Now, Mrs. Dunlap, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to consider it carefully. This court gives you custody of Molly, but it makes a condition of that custody that you give up your relationship with Mr. Cutter. What would your response be?
Then we go through a very trying emotional process of discovering what this is really all about, what the issues are in the case, what the apparent issues are, and what the real issues are. And we come to grips with some very difficult questions about what is a good mother.
Diane Keaton and Liam Neeson star in Touchstone Pictures' provocative and controversial new film from Leonard Nimoy, The Good Mother.
And now, here's a blast from the past on the Movie Channel. Have movie audiences gotten tougher over the years or easier? This group from the 50s seems a little distracted, but maybe that's the idea.
That's a good idea. I do feel a little hungry and thirsty.
Okay, let's go to the lobby for a snack. Whoa! Hey, where are you all going?
Why, we're going to the lobby for some of that delicious popcorn.
Popcorn? Hey, wait for old Tex. I'm hungry, too. Hi there, Tex. Have some popcorn. Beats hay any day. Well, dust my britches. Just look at that. Candy, popcorn, cold drinks, everything.